The Arizona Cardinals, have they saved their season? Or are they going to go 6-11 and only beat teams in the NFC West? Peter?
The thing is, that 6-11, I could so see it happening because Cardinals are the only teams that can do that. Beat everyone in the division but lose the rest of the games to everyone else within the NFC or the NFL as a whole. So that could potentially happen. But I'm an optimistic Cardinals fan, so I'm gonna be optimistic about this, and I feel like this game was a turning point, and they just saved the season because last week's showing against the Commanders was absolutely terrible. We got blown out. We got, like Kyla put it, excuse my language, we got our asses kicked. So that was it. And this week they were resilient. They fought, they crawled, and they found a way to beat the 49ers. Combination of Kyler Murray rushing. His rushing touchdown was actually amazing. And what makes it cool is that when he got to the 40-yard line, he had his hands up, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" like he knew it was a touchdown. Like, how confident can you be that nobody's catching you when you're not?
Oh my god! Do you know what? That's not even taunting, right? Because it's that far out. It can't be taunting.
No. And he was like, "Oop, I'm gone." And that was it. And I think it was a tremendous win for us. And what I was impressed by this is because our defense is a work in progress. I would like to see a bit more improvement going forward, which I hope the season turns out. But we all know the strength of our team is going to be the offense, but the defense showed up in a big way, especially in the second half. Did not give up any points to the 49ers, who are a very good team, very good offense.
A big factor in this one, kicker going down. Moody.
Yeah.
Huge factor in this game.
So, yeah, I agree. That was a huge factor in the game with their kicker getting injured.
Because otherwise, the 49ers win this game.
Yeah, I would like to believe so. Probably
because they'll kick the field goals that they need to kick.
Yeah.
And instead of going for it on fourth down, right?
Yeah. They probably would have. But even still, with as good a team as the 49ers, missing CMC only, my thing would be like people expect them to be able to still put up, 28 points plus, even without CMC. But I think what we are finding now is CMC is a big part of their offense, regardless of all the other pieces they have, as it currently is. And him missing is a huge part of the offense. As good as Jordan Mason is, he doesn't have the positional flexibility CMC gave them in being able to play the slot and being able to run the football and also being able to take it to the house. Because there was one moment whereby Jordan Mason broke free and rushed for like 30 yards. But the thing is that if it was
34
CMC,
yards,
that was going to the house, potentially. And then also the fumble was a key part of it when he fumbled as they were going in for a score. I think if he had scored that touchdown, the game probably would be out of reach and the Cardinals wouldn't have caught up. But hey, we Cardinals fans will take the win. It's great for us, and we've saved that. I'll say we kind of save our season because we're 2-3. Our next game is against the Green Bay Packers, tough matchup, and I think we'll grind it out to try and get a victory. Right now, the Cardinals are playing, grind it out.
So in this game, Brandon Ayuk finally appeared.
Yeah, he did.
8 catches for 147 yards, right?
He was eating.
But Debo got targeted 3 times, only 1 catch, right? John Jennings had 4 targets, 1 catch. George Kittle had... So both Ayuk and Kittle had 12 targets each. Pretty much most of the throws were going to those two.
I think that was the game plan.
Yeah.
For them.
And Mason on the ground generally was good aside from the fumble. Obviously is a big one.
He was.
Now we look at Kyler and who he's passing the ball to. He's still passing the ball a lot to Marvin Harrison, but the coverage of Marvin was pretty good at times.
Yeah, it was pretty good at times.
But Marvin's going to be stronger at times as well. There were a couple of catches where he's a big guy, right?
Yeah, he is. He's
got to bully the corner.
On our touchdown to sort of like take the lead, he made a crucial catch on I think it was 4th and something. And Kyler threw the fade away, and Marvin made a catch, fade away outside option. And that was more beautiful to see because that was a key moment in the game for us to get a victory. So I like to see those things when in the key moment he makes that catch. But I think one of Marvin is amongst the NFL's best in terms of creating separation. But the part of his game he needs to develop is, like as you said, be stronger at the catch point, because this is the NFL. They are going to challenge you when you're catching the football. And he has had some uncharacteristic drops this season in his rookie year. Those are things that I think he will improve on. Right now, until he has a significant boost in the second half of the season, I'm starting to believe Marvin will be better in his second year going forward. There's some NFL players that
do you know what his catch rate is for targets?
What's the catch rate at the moment? I don't know.
He's caught 17 of 35 targets.
It needs to be much better than that.
It needs to be better than that.
It needs to be much better than that. But he and Kyler keeps working throughout the season, and but like I said, it's a long season, so let's see how it goes. Because the thing is, I always say this when it comes to NFL, players sometimes explode at certain times. Sometimes second half of the season they explode, catching everything. So it's ups and downs. Like for example, DJ Moore, when he was with the Panthers, for instance, his first couple of games early in his rookie year, he wasn't exploding until the second half of the year, and then he took off and became one to be recognized with. I quite remember Amon-Ra St. Brown took off in his second year of his rookie year, the second half of the season. But his is more like
end, and then I started, and then I was like, this guy. I was like, this guy. Come on, guys, he's the man.
I remember you called it, and I fully believe it. I had my doubts, but I fully believe it. And I think you saw the signs early from the early part of the season, but you just said, just keep gaining more targets because this guy is really good. And they started giving more targets. And he proved it.
That's my one victory lap. That is my one victory lap that I like to say over and over. And I'm like, I know this guy is going to be good.
So I'm looking at I think we just saved our season. Hopefully next season. Hopefully this coming Sunday we'll be able to get a win against the Packers. No, we're going away to Green Bay. They're a tough team. They're the favorites, but hey, I give ourselves a shot because if we've been able to, and I think it's going to boost our confidence a lot going against the Packers, because if we've been able to find a way against the 49ers, we have a chance.
It's a tough game.
It is a tough game.
Especially in Green Bay, it's a tough game. You've got a couple of there's a couple of tough matchups coming up. Packers and Chargers. Chargers will charge, but it's still a tough matchup, right?
Yeah, that's a tough matchup.
And then then after that, the 3 games before the bye are Miami, Bears, the Jets.
See, those 3 games, we could get 2 wins out of that, potentially.
You get 2 wins, but you could also... Dolphins, nobody's expecting them to do anything.
Yeah. We'll definitely maybe get a win against the Dolphins.
Bears? Don't know, actually.
It's a 50-50 game. We have a chance. That's what. I mean, I don't go into the game against the Bears thinking we're definitely gonna lose. The one game that I think we definitely might lose. I mean,
you think the Jets? You don't know what the Jets are going to be.
You see, even with the Jets, they might jet, because right now Rodgers is not looking good, so he might throw a couple of INTs to us. We never know. So it's like But I think before our game against the Jets, we find out more about Aaron Rodgers with this thing, because the reason why I say that is because Rodgers, we're about to find out if he's still who he is, because right now it looks like he's an aging quarterback who thinks he's still got it but he doesn't have it, and sometimes you have to recognize that I don't have it. Maybe let me lean a bit more on the guys. Let me lean a bit more on the team.
We're gonna look at that game maybe in a month's time, but
yeah.
So yeah, if you look at the 49ers, right now, let's flip the script to their side, to that side, right? They've only beaten the Jets and the Patriots this season.
That doesn't look good for their record right now.
But they've lost to the Vikings, who are a very good team, best team in the league, right?
Yeah,
in my opinion, they're currently the best team in the league because their offense is clicking more than the Kansas City offense is.
Yes, yes.
And then they've lost to the Rams and the Cardinals, so they've dropped 2 divisional games.
That's huge. Losing the 2 divisional games is huge.
And they've got another divisional game next week on Thursday against the Seahawks.
That is one game I would say for the 49ers is a must-win.
Absolutely. But then, have you seen who the next 3 games are?
I know Seahawks, 49ers, Cowboys. The Cowboys.
No, you mean Chiefs? For that one. They can't play themselves.
Yeah. I mean the Chiefs. Yeah. They got the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Seahawks, Chiefs, Cowboys. Seahawks and Chiefs are 2 tough games out of the next 3. Cowboys.
All three games are tough, right?
Cowboy.
No, but all 3 games are tough.
You always transfer the Cowboys to Cowboy.
The Cowboys were Cowboy, but they were Cowboy to 8-9 and 9-8. That's the thing.
Okay, that's true.
Because their lifelong record is 8-8, so they're mid permanently. But Seahawks, tough game, especially in Seattle. Then they host the Chiefs and the Cowboys.
The Chiefs is a very tough game, and then the Cowboy, and then the Seahawks is also a tough. So the next,
and we still don't know what's happening with. We still don't know where CMC is with his injury. It's such a big loss to that offense.
It is. I mean, it is because, like I said earlier, we did not realize how much the offense has gravitated towards CMC until this season when he's not been available. That we realized that a lot.
They're getting the rushing yards. It's not. They're getting the rushing yards. It's the lack of passing yards from the running back that is affected.
Yeah, that's affected. And also CMC. It wasn't just the passes to he was also a big decoy for them because when he is the main fulcrum, sometimes defenses would tailor and try and get everybody to stop CMC, whilst the other people can eat around him. So that also is a big part of it.
So one thing the 49ers really need to clean up, offensively, they've only had 1 game this season where they haven't had a turnover.
Yes, that's true.
That was week 1 against the Jets. So they've had 3 turnovers, 2 turnovers, 1 turnover, 2 turnovers in the other games. It's not winning football. Not at all.
Yep. Yep, and also their red zone offense, they haven't been efficient in the red zone at all this season.
So, if they drop 2 out of these 3 games, they're in real trouble.
Yeah.
So, they need to definitely have a bounce back on Thursday night and see where it takes them going into the Chiefs as well. But it's going to be a tough game for them.
Mm-hmm.